I've had some good days, and I've had some hills to climb.
I Won't Complain is the name of the song. It's one of Cherise Brown's favorite songs. It's a song her aunt and foster mom loves as well. Cherise spent the first 14 years of her life in foster care. Her aunt had decided to take her in.
She kind of struggled because there was 5 of us in the home, and it was one of her. So, she had a job and everything, but still, when it comes to 5 kids, it's like you need the support. But since, they think that we're placed with our relative, that it's easier. Like, oh, it's okay, they're with family, so they don't need that much support, that much care. So whenever my mom would call the county, they would kind of give us the runaround, like, oh, we'll figure something out, but we placed them with you because you're their family, so we think that they're okay, that they're good. My mom, she kind of struggled sometimes, but she never really let it show. But I could see it in her face that it was worrying her.
Cherise and her aunt persevered and made it. Her aunt adopted her at age 14. But not every story like this has a happy ending.
We are one of the few states in the nation that treats relative caregivers different from the standpoint of support for foster kids. The whole kin gap, the gap between what a child would get if they are with a stranger parent as opposed to someone who's a blood kin, is huge in California. And it's just a part of not supporting these kids to grow up with the best resources possible.
Assemblymember Ken Cooley, chair of the Assembly Select Committee on Foster Care, has introduced legislation to change that. AB 423 would require county child welfare agencies to help foster children get benefits under a new program established in January of 2015 called the Approved Relative Caregiver Funding Option. Specifically, AB 423 requires county welfare agencies to complete the application for the program or to apply for CalWORKS benefits for those counties that are not implementing the new program. The legislation also requires that family caregivers be given information about other financial support systems available to them and to screen every foster child for SSI eligibility. Assemblymember Cooley knows firsthand the importance of love and stability in the lives of these children.
I'm a grandparent to a foster child. It's very important to me that kids have support and love to grow up.
As a 17-year-old foster child, Rochelle Rubio knows exactly what Cooley is talking about.
Teenagers really do need that protection. They need to feel it, they need to think it, because without that, then there's no trust. And if there's no trust, then how are you going to feel that way, How are you going to feel like they're going to protect you? How do you know, where and when to start?
Another concern of Assemblymember Cooley is the connection between the foster care system and human trafficking and sexual abuse.
Clearly, the foster care system has become a pipeline for human trafficking. And it's appalling to think that kids that have a rough time starting out then get pulled into the orbit of this tragedy.
All of my good days.
The issue of protecting and supporting children in the foster care system is so important for Cherise Brown that 1 month before her 21st birthday, she decided to spend a few days advocating for herself and others like her at the state capitol.
You have to always know that your good days outweigh your bad days. So you shouldn't complain, because eventually, the sun's going to rise and shine on your side.
This report was produced by the Speaker's Office of Member Services.